She can't communicate. And I get so angry all again because she didn't deserve it. She didn't ask for this. She didn't ask for this. The next morning, she got out of bed and went down to the kitchen, and I heard her scream, and I went down to see what was wrong, and she had her back turned. And she was crying, and I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? She was like, I can't. She was just shaking furiously. I can't. I was like, well, you can't. She's like, I can't look at those stairs. And it was from that point where we realized like she couldn't even be in that house anymore. It is because, you know, there are times where she gets closed off.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Time, rapper Bun B shaken up after he got into a gunfight with a masked man. It happened at his Southwest Houston home. Both Bun B and his wife were home at the time. Melissa Correa has been following this story since it broke earlier today. A scary ordeal, Mel.
It sure is, Mia, and fans are commenting on Bun B's Facebook and Instagram page, offering messages of support and prayers. But that home invasion happened less than 24 hours ago, and this afternoon, Bun B and his wife are asking for privacy. The rapper's attorney told us today Bun B and his wife were home when the doorbell rang. She went to answer it because she was expecting a package. Houston police say DeMonte Jackson, wearing a mask and armed with a gun, forced his way into the home. Police say he was demanding stuff, so Bun B's wife offered up the keys to her car. Police say Bun B, who was upstairs, heard the commotion. He grabbed a gun and ended up confronting the guy in the garage. It turned into a gunfight before the guy ran off.
We believe in the Second Amendment here, and you can defend your home. An armed man broke into their home, held his wife at gunpoint. He engaged the man and defended both him, his home, and his beautiful wife.
Fans are so happy to hear that Bun B and his wife were not physically hurt. The rapper's been in the industry for decades. He's done so much philanthropic work, including Harvey relief projects, even teaching at Rice University. Messages of support are pouring in far and wide.
And I have had messages from the Middle East and Europe. Everyone is concerned about Bun, and I will tell you, and Queen, they're physically fine. The wounds, emotional wounds, I can't speak to how long they'll take to heal.
Bun B's attorney does not think the rapper was targeted. He believes the suspect was casing the community looking for a home to hit. As for DeMonte Jackson, police arrested him after he popped up at a hospital in Pearland trying to get help for the gunshot wound to his shoulder. The 20-year-old is charged with a trio of felonies. He will spend his time in jail tonight. He's expected to be back in court tomorrow morning.
He ain't lying when he said he got 20/10 vision and his trigger finger steady.
New at 5 o'clock, emotional testimony today from one of the biggest names in Houston music, rapper Bun B, on the stand describing a home invasion that targeted both him and his wife. It happened in 2019. The attacker now being sentenced for the crime. Sherman Chow in the courtroom this afternoon, where Bun B's wife also testified. Sherman.
Yeah, in fact, court just recessed in the 209th for today. Earlier, Brian warned the judge had to call two impromptu recesses, one because of the prosecution and one because of the defense. A lot of crying, a lot of emotion, and a courtroom outburst today. Now, rapper Bun B, whose legal name, Bernard Freeman, there the prosecution closing out for today. They'll resume court tomorrow. Rapper Bun B, whose legal name is Bernard Freeman, testified first today about the 2019 attack in his and Chevalier Freeman's Third Ward home. The couple have been married now for some 20 years, and 25-year-old DeMonte Alief Jackson pled guilty to aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon and burglary with intent to commit another felony. This is now the punishment phase. The Freemans testifying that Jackson pushed his way into their home and held Mrs. Freeman with a gun at point-blank range. She was so distraught at seeing her attacker in court this afternoon, the judge called a recess. So Jackson listened to this testimony from a different room.
He put the gun in my eye, in between my eyes, and it was cold. Yes. He said, give me everything you got. Time in the penitentiary so he could see how it feels to get robbed of your freedom.
Then later, as defense witnesses were called, Jackson's father was on the stand, and that is when Jackson had an outburst, and the second recess was called. Mrs. Freeman, or as rap fans know her, Queenie, spoke about the psychological damage that she suffered. She says she has never returned to that house, not to pick up a shoe, not to pick up a purse. The couple has since moved to Fort Bend and has private security.
Tell them where they
live. As for the
live.
defendant's outburst, we will tell you at 6 o'clock what that was all about. Plus, we'll have the very graphic testimony from Bun B about his shootout with the robber.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog. Man, shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my homeboy, Lucky Wizard Deals. He keeps you lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. Check out HiveMindLabs.com. We got Opulence Scents. Links down below in the description. Make sure you use discount codes everydaypj at checkout. Let's get into it, man. You know, Bun B. I've been trying to find this full testimony because I hate to give stuff in pieces. Like, I really look to see to give everybody a full context of the situation so we can understand. I know it's a troubling testimony. Just to even think to be in that situation. I know there's many people that have been in a situation like this, and then to recount it on the stage while looking at the the aggressor in this thing who put your family at danger. It's kind of hard to not continue the Second Amendment and bring it a gun in the courtroom and blow his head back okay. Yeah, Bun B was really heartfelt, man. He really loves his wife. You can tell this man loves his wife, but his wife also loves him. One thing she said when she was talking about this situation is that she didn't want to bring that person upstairs where Bun B was. She just wanted to get him out the house, so she threw him the keys, which is smart and dangerous at the same time. Because Buddy had a gun, but luckily Bun B jumped into quick, swift action, took aim and shot the suspect. The suspect did not think that there was another person at home. He thought he could just get in the car and go. I think when he was out in the garage, he was looking around for stuff, which he did eventually get away, I believe, with the car. And he didn't turn himself in. He went to a hospital for the gunshot wound, and of course, with the shooting that just happened nearby, you can put two and two together. Buddy was a dummy, okay? But this guy, I believe he'll get about 20 to 30 years in prison. And what's crazy is he committed this crime in 2019. I think that was on the brink of the pandemic and people were just finding out that they were stuck at home and couldn't figure out nothing to do. Had he waited one more year, he would have been in scammer heaven. Everybody came up. And instead, he went and did a stupid crime, got him locked up, missed the whole pandemic, probably suffered from COVID in jail, which probably sucks terribly, okay? And, he just missed out on a whole lot. Prayers for Bun B and Queenie that they have to relive this situation 5 years later. But this is the end. At least justice will be due. He's going to get penitentiary time. He already got time served for 5 years, but let's hope that he gets another 15 added on top of that, okay, or more. You know what I mean? Because, aggravated robbery and committing a felony with the gun is some type of possession of a firearm while in commission of a felony. That's a whole new charge. Discharging a firearm, attempted murder possibly. It could be a number of things that he gets charged for just because of this robbery. When something happens in a robbery, the cops gonna max you out with charges. And if he's a felon prior to this habitual criminal, added onto your sentence. He gonna get a good hefty time in Texas. They not playing in Texas. Anyway, don't mess with Texas. Everyday people, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.